back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Last episode, I left off indecisive as to whether or not I want to do a few missions or clear out one of the burrows. And I've decided that it would be best to do some of the missions, because the missions coming up will give the grappling hook and I think also the poison darts, and both of those are really good items to have, especially for clearing out burrows. So we'll let the game load here, and we'll go to the map, and we want to head over to the V for freedom of the press. Alright, so freedom of the press mission. Well, this sucks. I'm just gonna climb down, and I think I'll get the viewpoint up here and then continue on. The freedom of the press mission is going to give us access to the grappling hook, which is another new feature to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. For the longest time, you were only able to climb up buildings with... Come on, Jacob. Don't you want to climb up there? Only able to climb up buildings using the, just your hands and climbing up that way. In, I think, Assassin's Creed Revelations, they added something a little bit new. They gave Ezio Auditore some hook to assist him with climbing, so he gets a little bit more... Can't drive that one because there's no horse, silly me. A little bit more jump with every bit of climbing, but ultimately it was still done by hand. But this is a Victorian era. This is the start of the modern world, and like so many other jobs in this time, climbing too will be automated. The future is now. Let's start. Sequence 3. Freedom of the Press. The twins take a broken device to a close associate of Henry's to be repaired. Alright. Let's go.
Oh, blast them.
Alec, whatever is the matter?
I have been intercepting nothing but poppycock propaganda about soothing syrup and whatnot. No, I swear to high heavens, if Starrick's monopoly continues...
Alec, I beg your pardon. These are friends of mine. Evie Fry and her brother, Jacob.
Oh, Alexander Graham Bell.
Linguist, inventor, and technical expert. Alec, I have something of a favor to ask you.
Can you fix this? Oh, looks like the casing is cracked. Oh, comes apart. I see. Could have used one of these to fit my fuses on top of Big Ben.
Alec is installing a new telegraph line for our Free Press Association.
To combat the Starrick Telegraph Company. Now, if I can mend the fuses connecting independent lines from Big Ben, Starrick will be weakened. Only we are somewhat at a handicap. And... there. Oh, I've removed the mechanism so it may work with your bracer.
I'll put it to use immediately.
Jacob, wait. Mr. Bell, allow me to help you with your fuses.
Oh, you will not find me too proud to accept Miss Fry. Oh, we can use my carriage if you'd be so good as to hold the reins, though.
I'll take that.
I can help you. Oh, Miss Fry,
Very
I'm so glad you've assisted me.
Very convenient that the hook shot just attaches to the gauntlet there.
I say, I hope you understood I meant today.
Calm yourself,
So,
Alex.
Mr. Bell, what inventions are you concocting?
I intend to develop a phonetic telegraph that does not just convey dots and dashes, Miss Fry, but human voice.
Phonetic telegraph? Sounds a bit of a mouthful. You could just call it a telephone.
Telephone? How bizarre. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, the press has become entirely dependent on the Starrick Telegraph Company.
Which is why Mr. Green has asked you to set up a free line.
Yes. What is more, other small independent companies have had their lines sabotaged, and they have little means of finding any broken fuses, which are
To be found on top of Big Ben.
correct, especially as one needs a special government pass to get through the guards.
They will not be a problem. I'll repair the fuses.
Alright, so here we have Alexander Graham Bell, another historical figure that I'll talk about later. I actually want to talk about what good level design this mission is. Evie, please dismount the carriage, thank you. So here we have the rope launcher. Press LB to ascend tall buildings. From a ledge, you can press LB to zip line across large gaps. And while zip lining, control speed using L and RT and position yourself over enemies for air assassination. So there you go, that's our new tool. Now, as I mentioned before, for most of the series, in fact the entirety of the series, you had to scale buildings by hand. Just try to find an area you think you can climb up and slowly make your way to the top. And here we have Big Ben, this utterly imposing building here that'll take likely minutes to get up, just latching on. So this is a perfect time to introduce the grappling hook here. And there we go. Something that would have taken at least a minute, just a few seconds. Also, it's worth pointing out that Big Ben is the name of the bell here and not the tower itself, although they have become synonymous. Alright.
Lovely view.
Might as well get all the way to the top and get this viewpoint here. It must take a long time to do all the details for these buildings. Like, I know the Notre Dame in Assassin's Creed Unity took like 4 years to make, because they were just wanting all that small details, and you know, looking at it from the Let's Plays, I can see, you know, they really did well with that. I think they also did really well with Big Ben here. Alright, so we need to climb down a little bit, can't grapple anywhere else. So it's pretty evident that any building around us isn't going to be a problem with our hook shot. We can climb up Big Ben here, no problem. We can climb up any of these rinky-dink buildings. But what about horizontal distance? Not a problem either. Just that huge gap completely traversed. So this lets you know going forward that you don't have to worry about being able to cross from one side of the street to the other or scaling up any buildings. So that's why I think it's a really good level design here, because it really makes use of the grappling hook. You know, just showing you exactly what it will be like to use it and just how capable of a device it is. The little challenge here is to install the fuses without going below 30 meters in altitude, and this is, oh, guess I can't grapple up here. This is probably one of the few ones where players are most likely to unwittingly or accidentally complete the challenge. Although I think Darkside Phil actually fell down, but well, that boy isn't exactly very good at video games. So it's not a very good comparison to anything. See, just this ridiculous distance. The Fry twins have amazing upper body strength to do that. Last install. Texture on the box there doesn't look very good compared to Evie, where it's like really up close.
That should do it.
And there we go. Oops. Oops. I keep messing up here, sorry. Alright. Here. She should have bonked her head on the side there, let's be honest. Bit funny we fall all the way down there just to have to climb back up. Something from Assassin's Creed Unity was much faster descending from buildings, which is something I think a lot of AC fans very much appreciate. Nice hat. Like, it used to be going up was step by step by step, and then going down was doing those steps in pretty much reverse order. Now the assassins can basically hop around, lunge themselves up a few feet. Just so much more capable, and man, I decided to descend in the worst place, didn't I?
Well, I don't see anything about politics, but...
I never liked
You say so. I'll leave you to report it to the police.
Hello?
No, absolutely not.
But Wilkins...
I said no.
I believe a country excursion would benefit us both.
Perhaps, but...
I know how troublesome work has been.
All right, all right. Savages.
Does it matter?
This thuggery is mad.
From a woman leading a parliament.
No offense, dear, but I believe there is...
Demar saw a man get pinked over a locket.
Bit unfortunate that with larger crowds there is more than one conversation, so it's hard to hear into them.
Thank you very much, Miss Fry. I will now be able to continue with the installation of the new line.
If there's anything else I can do to help.
Certainly. Please do come and visit. Oh, I was toying with this device and have noted down the formula for you. It's not perfect yet, but by golly, it works. Whoa! Maybe a little too well! Whoa!
Alright, so I think with that, it'll also be possible to buy smoke bombs at the, There's supposed to be an additional bit of dialogue there, because we're just going straight to looting 200 metal components. But what I was saying before is I think that means we're able to buy smoke bombs since Alexander Graham Bell invented something with invented his own design for a smoke bomb. I'm not 100% sure of that, but you know, when we find a merchant, we'll go ahead with that. Move, bitch. So yeah, Alexander Graham Bell, and it seems he has something for Evie. That romance won't take off, but if you want to know something funny, there's actually some fanfiction online shipping Alexander Graham Bell and Evie Fry. But the big thing is, like, underground in London sewers is like some portal to the Bloodborne universe, like from the Souls games. Do I understand why? No, I do not. I have learned to try and not understand that stuff. Alright, so we need to assassinate a guard, and it just so happened... That's stupid. I pressed B, I should have pressed X. Alright. We need to assassinate a guard. Just hang up, drop down, and these guys will quickly fall. At me. I quite like how when you dodge someone's attack while you're wailing on another person, you'll give them one hit and then you'll continue to the person you were previously attacking. So that person was like especially important, like say you're doing one of the child labor missions. Oh man, it just crumbled. And the person you're currently fighting is the one who is going to try and ring the bell, but someone else tries to clobber you. You won't then move away from the bell ringer. Oops. There's one. That's down the sewers. That's a bit out of the way for me. We're just here to focus on the mission. I probably shouldn't just run in gung-ho like that. I'll just scale this building in less than a second.
What's that shipment of cables for then? The Steric Telegraph Network, didn't you know? The boss says it'll be even bigger than the Electric and International.
Oh yeah? Well, I've heard the government want to get their grubby hands on all the telegraph companies.
I wouldn't worry about politicians. We know who really pulled the strings, don't we?
But knowledge is power.
And news is control of power.
Somewhere, some Trump supporters feeling very vindicated right now. Oh, what a wonderful assassination there. He did not even have time to turn.
Is she coming back?
Pretty brutal. Hey, quit that, mate. I quite like the finishing ending. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm getting out of here. Oh, and there's another. Please stop. I'm just trying to get some metal components. Right. You can kind of see how things can turn quickly chaotic in this game. Alright, there we go. Oh. Thought I was out of the yellow circle and things reset, but I guess not. Alright, I'm gonna head here. I should get that one general upgrade where the police ignore me. The strings are not making me confident that the fight is over. I'm not. Well, as I run away from the cops, crafting. There's been a lot of games that have had crafting during the time this game came out, probably as a result of Minecraft being really popular. Every single game needs crafting now. Craft new gear and tools upgrades in the inventory and crafting menus. Find unique resources and crafting plans in hidden chests. Income activities, especially robbing cargo from trains, carts, and boats, provide large amounts of crafting resources. And there we go, we can craft a smoke bomb upgrade, medium bullet pouch, and throwing knife upgrade. I'll do the smoke bomb upgrade 1. Craft this upgrade to increase the operational range of smoke bombs. Okie dokie. And then we'll do the overpowered throwing knife upgrade. Craft this upgrade to increase the damage inflicted by throwing knives. No problem, I have the resources for that. And we can even get the medium pouch for bullets. Craft this item to increase bullet carrying capacity. That's a pretty expensive one, but we can afford it. And there's going to be further upgrades for these. We do not have the resources or money or whatever for them.
The behavior is unbecoming.
What's happening here? The bench won't buy itself.
This will not end well for anyone.
There we go. Sorry about, interrupting your little workers' rights speech. I'll make it up to you. I'll find a guy who can really invigorate the workers. Like, you have no idea. This guy will go down in history when it comes to workers' rights and whatever. Just you wait. Yep, and turns out we can buy smoke bombs. Let's get some more medicine. And might as well get some more bullets.
Excellent choice. Hope to see you again.
Alright, so after putting the fuses in Big Ben and then finding some metal and basically using all the metal for myself, it's time to return to the Leonardo da Vinci for this game, you might say. He's the one responsible for the inventions and whatever. Another contestant could have been James... You asshole. Are you proud of yourself? Another contestant could have been James Clerk Maxwell. But, I guess they went with Graham Bell here.
Ah, Miss Fry. I was just showing Jacob the first message was received via the mended lines. Oh, you can keep the rope launcher, by the way. We've managed to procure another one for your brother. Excellent work. Thank you, again.
You're very welcome, Mr. Bell.
We can now defend the principle of impartial news and free speech.
Free is fair, but free and brief is far better.
Ha ha! Ah, Fry, such caustic wit.
And on that note, we must depart.
Oh, good fortune to you both. Call on me, any time.
Don't worry, Alex, I'm sure she's impressed. Alright, freedom of the press completed. We air assassinated a guard from the zipline and installed the fuses without going below 30 meters. We get 1,500 pounds plus 75 and 4,100 XP. And we also get the outdoorsman's outfit. So, where exactly did they get an extra zip line for Jacob? Because the zip line was part of the hook shot of that one boss for the
Now that we've
Burrows.
finished with that distraction,
Who is that? Oh, you mean you don't know?
Beautiful train you got here. Miss McBean was just telling me all about her. Name's Ned.
How do you do?
I won't take up more of your time. If you want to learn a thing or two about the finest transit systems in the world, you can find me at this address.
let us return to locating the Piece of Eden.
We need to reclaim London from Starrick. Who are my targets?
It's not time for that yet.
I didn't come to London to hunt curios.
First understand the dance, only then become the dancer.
Oh, so you're taking over where Father left off.
Someone has to.
Evie, finding the precursor artifact will give us an insight into what the Templars intend. Jacob, I have information about Starrick's associates that should be of use to you. Here.
A lot happens in these cutscenes, and I'm not even done asking about the plot hole. Conquer London. Use the assassination wall in the train hideout to track the next Templar target. Expand territories by completing conquest activities. Complete associates activities to earn money, crafting resources, and unique rewards. And I notice they don't have a Harvard comma there. And then we can see Charles Dickens, Charles Darwin, and Alexander Graham Bell there. It's a little preview of at least one person we haven't seen yet in the game so far. Alright, so going back to what I was saying earlier, how exactly did they get the hook for Jacob, even though it was the first one came from a special hook shot that seems to only be available to high-ranking gang leaders who control entire boroughs? This seems like a bit of a plot hole. Anyways, we've completed sequence 3 and we'll move on to sequence 4. We don't really have much of a... Oh, that one. Here it is. A quick and reliable remedy. A rift has opened between Jacob and Evie. He does not support Evie's quest for the Piece of Eden, and she sees Jacob's campaign to take on the Templars as reckless and sloppy. Working separately, Jacob heads to Lambeth to investigate Starrick's soothing syrup, while Evie traces a precursor artifact to the home of Master Assassin Edward Kenway.
This soothing syrup has become the only medicine available in Lambeth. It bears the Templar Grandmaster's name.
About time for a visit to the doctor.
I don't see that cure arriving anytime soon.
And what exactly will you be doing, might I ask?
You know very well. Tracking down the Piece of Eden.
Enjoy your studies. I'll be out killing Templars.
Seems to imply they already know where the Piece of Eden is. Or not the Piece of Eden, where the, what am I saying? The Templar is, where the source of the soothing syrup is, because they showed Lambeth Asylum, which is indeed where the Templar target is located. before I kill any Templars, I will be going and doing this mission here, because that will give us a good item. Let's also check our safe. And see what upgrades we can get. Alright, Stealth 1. As good as any. Stealth stat increased by 7. You are less likely to be detected and your assassinations will make less noise. I've reached level 3. That's good. Lockpicking 2. Open most doors in London except doors requiring a master key. So be it. Let's also purchase some gang upgrades. Fortunately, we can't get that one. That's not really worth much. I think police bribes will be the best one. Yeah, it's the only one we can get. But, you know, keeping the bobbies off our back is worth it, I'd say. But unfortunately, we're really hurting for resources. There's just not enough to purchase everything out here, nor enough to upgrade anything. Can't even purchase a new coat. So we're gonna have to wait a bit before getting anything new, unfortunately. Worst comes to worst, I can, you know, look for stuff and grind off screen. Alright. Trials and tribulations of riding on a train. Oh, and I should also upgrade Evie stats while I'm still able to remember it. So same ones, upgrade the lockpick, and she'll reach level 3. And then we'll upgrade the stealth. And I'll just go the rest of the way as Evie. It would be nice if both of them just shared the same skill points and that stuff, since already most of it is shared between them. We get the same skill upgrades for them. Wanna do this old-fashioned way, Evie? Alright. Get over to that side of the tracks and maybe find a carriage over there, and hopefully that'll get me around faster. Pardon me, lad.
Nonsense. Check again.
Pardon me, mate. I need this more than you do. Nothing like a bit of wanton destruction. Just trying to shred my carriage. So without fast travel points, it can take a bit of time to get from place to place. That's sort of why, even if I'm in the middle of a mission, if I can, I'll climb up to one of those towers. I mean, and just get the synchronization. I actually realized this is actually going to be one of the associate missions and not something for a story. So I'm gonna just stealthily here change what I plan to do. I don't want to do Jacob's first, I want to do Evie's missions first. And she is... There's a viewpoint. Where is she? Alright, give me a minute, I'm gonna close out and start. Well, I'm fucking stupid. I was running away from the train when I should have been at the train this whole time. It didn't even take me long to figure that out. But we'll start the Great Escape anyways, and I realized I didn't even read the name of the mission. And it's just not my day.
Another exciting night home for Evie Fry.
Just on my way out, actually. I found the piece of Eden.
What's this one going to do, Heal the sick? Deflect bullets? Control the populace?
They're dangerous objects, Jacob, especially in Templar hands.
Oh, you sound exactly like Father.
If only. Lucy Thorne is expecting a shipment tonight. She's Starrick's expert in the occult. I'm nearly certain she is receiving the piece of Eden Sir David Brewster mentioned.
Sounds like fun. Mind if I join you?
Promise you will stick to the mission.
I swear.
Now, someone at Ubisoft has real daddy issues with how much fathers, like, matter in these games. I mean, the last few were basically
The contents
avenging
of that
fathers.
box are worth more than your life and those of your entire family. Do you understand?
Yes, Miss Thorne.
Careful there! Double the guard on that cart!
Now, Miss Thorne, there's the matter of some papers for Mr. Starrick. If you'll just come this way.
Very well, but make it quick.
Well, British bald man is moving up in the world.
Whatever it is she's after, it's in that chest.
There are gunmen on the rooftops.
Can you dispose of them before I reach the cart?
I was hoping for a challenge.
Alright, so we want to take note of all Templars. There's a few there, there's a few there. This guy is so far the only one that seems to be moving around. Oh, and there's that one gunman on the roof.
I see you up there!
You don't. Look around some more, there's another. I'm pretty sure that's not how physics works, how Evie is able to just jump down ridiculously like that, but so be it. Anonymous to continue. A bit too late. I was gonna throw a smoke bomb and use that to get him off my trail. Make sure there's no Templars around, and position myself, and jump down. What silliness. There we go, not that much of a deviation.
Did you find it?
Actually.
There he is!
I think it's best we leave.
What did you do?
It's hardly the time for questions!
Whoa! Come on!
Then where's your
Alright,
piece
so
of Eden?
here we're gonna have a chase, and What we want to do actually is shoot their horses. There's an achievement you can get for that. I've already gotten it, but it takes 2 shots to kill a horse, and that's a bit hard when you have only 2 shots in your gun.
Come over here!
Jacob!
Hey, buddy. The achievement you get is called "What is Wrong with You?"
If you really want to fight, come over here!
Jacob!
Oh, come on, mate. I don't want to shoot guy, I want to shoot horse. That's funnier. Oh, what silliness. I'm not doing well with these horse shots. Some medicine. Oh, what are you doing here? Get out of here, buddy.
Jacob, stop it!
Oh, my horse shooting fawn. How dare you?
Come try and knock us off the car! My sister can dodge bullets! Wait till you can't hit my sister!
Stop it!
Yeah, please, Jacob, let's not, instigate them.
Hold on, girl. Slow down now! Whoa, easy!
Just mash that Y button. How many of you are
A
there?
little more carefully. You're endangering the documents.
Oh! Good documents! Actually, brother, I just stopped right. We're going to have to jump!
What about the chest?
Leave it! Jump! Now!
Right, bye. Actually, need to jump down here. I could have sworn I was doing well. I really could have. Well, sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Alright, that was me trying to demonstrate shooting the horses, but I think rather than that, I'll shoot the people driving them since that's a bit easier. But just so you know, if you do shoot the horses, you will get an achievement. And that's a good place to get that achievement. So just... Unfortunately not. Kind of hoping I can get a better gun.
Oh! Good documents! Perhaps, brother, I just stopped right here!
The problem with the pistol right now is it takes a long time to reload, and occasionally that can be interrupted by the people shooting you. You have to tap Y, or the cart bumping around. It really is easier just to shoot the horses. Alright, doing good so far. Doing a lot better than I was previously.
Jacob, we need to get this crate back to a safe place.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
As a guest, I'd say kill us both.
Yeah, it really is easier to shoot the horses.
Wait till you can't hit my sister!
Oh, come on, Jacob. Ain't nice. You know they're gonna want to hit her now, especially since you challenged them.
Let's go.
Wait till you can't hit my sister!
Jacob really just wants to see Evie shot.
Jacob, stop it! Get us out of this and I might find out! I'm out of bullets!
Take my cartridge!
Oh, thanks, Jacob. Actually, didn't know that would happen because I had the upgraded pistol by this point when playing through it the first time.
Jacob, careful!
What is it?
It's papers, Jacob! Documents read!
You're going to have to jump!
What about the chest?
Leave it! Jump! Now!
Alright, there we go. Guess I missed that
Well,
part.
that was fun. Thanks for the invitation.
Let's do it again.
Be hilarious if she bonked her head there. But, you know, the good thing about having a restart was I got a little bit of a redemption run. Got to do a lot better shooting those horses and showing off that even the crappy starter pistol is a capable weapon.
We fixed up the train for you. What a pain. You rugs from Camden Loch, and my wee sister, the seamstress, did a discount on the curtains.
An overrun delivery is allowed, and an uncle was aboard.
So I didn't really notice it before or anything, but I guess the train is a bit better looking than it was previously.
Have you been out tidying up London?
Still gotta do sequence 4.
Looking lovely
A
today.
little bit of change here. Let's see if we're finally able to purchase a better gun. There we go. And I think that applies for both Jacob and Evie getting that gun. Although let's do a quick check to make sure. Oh. Yes. I guess I can't. Well, as long as I'm stuck being Evie Fry, might as well do another mission. This is the first of her try to get Henry's dick missions. Evie searches for the piece of Eden, continues as she examines a notebook recovered from Miss Thorne's chest. And get some money, get some XP, and the Defender's Garb, playing it by ear. Let's go.
You may have not found a piece of Eden, but this material is invaluable. Look. It says the London assassins had found a shroud.
The Shroud of Eden is supposed to heal even the gravest injury. If the assassins had found something like this, surely Father would have known.
There must be something we're missing.
Something only we can see. These look like directions. Are you coming?
Fieldwork is not really my speciality.
We found a clue to a precursor object. Don't you want to follow it?
Put that way, one can hardly refuse.
Come on, Henry, we have to sort of try to develop this romance somehow. And loading, and there we go.
Gotta go.
You know, I think it's making reference to the Kenway mansion.
Kenway? The pirate?
Master assassin and pirate, yes.
Why don't I come over there and teach you a lesson?
How much do you know about the Shroud of Eden?
It's said to heal the sick, popular myth is that it brings people back from the dead, but the assassin records say that's not true. I've never heard of one being in London, though. Do you really think Edward Kenway could have found one?
He traveled extensively, so it's possible. But if he did, he kept it a closely guarded secret.
But if it's true, what a find it would be.
Indeed. I'm eager to find out myself.
So Edward Kenway is the pirate protagonist.
It's surprising that you haven't already searched the Kenway house.
Edward's son, Haytham, joined the Templars. When he died, the house passed on to Haytham's sister.
And in all your time in London, you didn't go and have a look around? Weren't even a little curious?
Truly, I didn't expect to find anything there. We've no way of knowing how many times the buildings changed hands. I presume Haytham would have had it stripped bare before he left.
But if Miss Thorne thinks the shroud could still be there...
If there's a vault, the Templars haven't found it yet.
So the Templars owned a house with assassin treasure stored in it, and never located them.
We must be better at hiding things than they are.
I'm just gonna run away from this area here to avoid aggroing them. So what I was going to say before Evie and Henry rudely interrupted was that Edward Kenway was the pirate protagonist of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And as they mentioned, he had a son, Haytham Kenway, who became a Templar.
Come here!
Are you looking for me?
I'm not looking for anyone, buddy. Hopefully the guy back there doesn't see this. Nope. Oh, he's just standing around. Alright, let's see if I can run into that crowd there. Get a little bit hidden.
Wait there while I sharpen my hatchet!
There you go. For these sort of missions where there's just a bunch of Templars crowded around, it's honestly best just to take your time and weed them out from the outside in. So now we've got some of the guards on the outside. Oh wait, there's this one person, you know, meandering around here. Well, no longer a problem now, is he? Anytime you want to help out Henry, oh, killed her just before she alerted everyone else. See, you know, if you're getting mad about me driving carriages recklessly, you're not the only one. I don't even mind wasting a knife on that. Oh, shit. Now they're aggroed. All because of that guy.
What are you doing, Miss?
I like how they're all after me and no one's paying attention to this one assassin right here. But you'll just let them handle it. This is a matter for the police, after all.
I think this is it.
I think you're right. Look.
I'll be in the study. I don't want to be interrupted unless you have news of the lost notebook.
That makes getting in a challenge.
You still intend to enter?
If this is a Templar stronghold, it won't get any easier. Don't worry. We'll stay well away from Miss Lucy. Shall we? Can you check over there?
Of course.
Nope. Go somewhere where I'm not, Henry. You're not exactly helping me out a lot here. Might as well grab this music box while I'm around. So there's a few entrances, or entry points. And I think that one will be the best. Fairly out of the way of prying Templar eyes. Unlike Assassin's Creed Unity, which it was kind of difficult to enter into buildings where you just jump around the doors and just have a difficult time, there's a designated button to enter into windows. I said jump around the doors. You guys are level 4 and I'm like level 3. We're really playing with the big boys now. Thankfully that person wasn't able to aggro any of the other Templars in the area. Let's see if any of them would be kind enough to give a throwing knife, and they won't. Alright, so we need to discover all of Kenway's memorabilia.
Another assassin artifact.
So, one of them is the little drop of blood that was used for the observatory, which was some precursor machine that, when given a drop of blood, would be able to spy on them. Oh, drop down, mate. Skedaddle my way over. Trying to see if I can do a really sneaky hide behind the wall and assassinate him from there, since a ghost appeared, meaning that's where he last knew I was. No such luck, but whatever. There's where we're supposed to go, find that piano there, but we can't do that quite yet. We need to find artifacts.
This should belong to the assassins.
It's a bit odd that Haytham would keep all this stuff around. Haytham doesn't strike me as the kind of person who had a huge love or respect for his father. Especially growing up as a Templar, Haytham would probably grow to despise pirates for being so closely associated with the assassins.
Something from Edward Kenway's time.
A hat. So you can use Eagle Vision to find some of the artifacts, or at least they appear a bit better with Eagle Vision on than off. Oh, there's one, there was something here, but I guess not. What you want to do is make sure you don't enter the room with the piano, because that will move the plot along, and if you haven't found all the memorabilia, you won't be able to.
Still nothing here, same as last time.
If it takes too long for me to find the stuff, I'll cut out and then start the video again when I do find it and try to show you where it is. Well, no memorabilia, but just like Edward Kenway, we get ourselves a little bit of treasure. I think they opened the chest the same way, just kicking it open. Well, here's some.
Miss Thorne is quite the collector.
It's not really Miss Thorne collecting it, it's more like Haytham is just a lazy prick.
I can't believe they've kept all of this.
That's a piano room, so we want to avoid that. And first collect
I wish
the
Father
last
could have
ship.
seen this.
And there we go, 7 out of 7. Now we can progress.
What are we looking for?
I'm not quite sure.
Like how there's just this small line in the walls here, letting light in.
Something only we can.
Literally unplayable. Alright, so, just to really stress this, don't go in this room if you wanna, complete the optional objective and you haven't found everything. So of course we need to find the piano here, which is pretty easy, and I'm making it more difficult. Complete the piano puzzle without hitting a false note. Well, first of all, I don't know which notes need to be pressed. We have to look at the wall here. Dad, EFD. Try to remember that.
This piano is beautiful.
Do you play?
No, I wish I could. I love the sound. You?
A little. Enough to pass as a genteel young lady if I need to.
I would love to hear you play if the opportunity presents itself.
Are you two done? D, A, D, E. Let's see, just want to make absolutely sure. F, D. This will be a very embarrassing bonus mission to miss.
Not enormously subtle, is it?
Clearly Kenway had a strong sense of spectacle.
I think they'd invite some people with eagle vision in here, since I think a few Templars have it, or just some people in the general populace. It's like just a random mutation people are capable of getting. But what do I know? There's a bunch of shit. Let's get the chest first, because if we collect that...
This is incredible.
You just jump all the way down here, Henry. For crying out loud. There's some lovely paintings, a few bits of memorabilia. I wonder if any of these assets are actually from Assassin's Creed 4. That'd be a nice little Easter egg, but doesn't really seem too much likely. Alright, examine.
The history of the London assassins. Bolt holes, vaults, a hidden key. This is it.
You say you heard music? There was no opening there before.
It's closing!
Yes, I can see that. Help me block it.
We need to find another way out.
The way you do that is you take command of the jackdaw wheel. Mash X to turn the wheel. I sure hope you can hear the button mashing, just so you understand what it's like to play this video game. And let's skedaddle, Henry.
An entire vault, filled with assassin history, left behind once again.
We'll just have to reclaim this one later, or find a better cache.
We? I thought you preferred to stay out of field work.
I was thinking more of you and your brother. I shall provide planning assistance from the train.
Jacob's off marauding. There is a vacancy. Should you desire to broaden your horizons?
Oh, well, Evie, Oh, well, Evie, I will think on it.
You do that. Come, let's get above ground.
Will you two please just shut the fuck up? Goddamn romance subplots are boring. Alright, we got our shit. And that's what's important. Play it by ear, completed. We got all the Kenway memorabilia and completed the piano puzzle without hitting a single false note. Got 850 pounds, 500, well not 500 experience plus 125, and the Defender's Garb. Wonderful. Let's just make sure there's no more Evie missions to do. Doesn't seem like it. There's still that Jacob mission. But nope, no Evie ones. We'll go to the train hideout anyways, just to make sure, since the Evie mission was activated there. And if there isn't any more, then I'll call it a video, and we'll begin the next one clearing out that burrow. And then after that, I think it'll be a good time to do the Jacob missions. Because Jacob's a fun guy. And he's actually doing what assassins are supposed to do, hunting Templars.
Don't strike a false note.
How did you know about the piano puzzle, Jacob? This is a problem with the resources. Things I would otherwise be able to just get sort of locked behind this additional currency here. That's our Henry Green, but we're going to be doing that later. That's for gang upgrades. Could have sworn there was an additional upgrade involving kids. Alright, might as well get these ones as well. Scavenger. You find more common crafting resources from every source. That'll be good, especially since I'm really tight for money and all that. And I also have to do it with Jacob. For a reason, it's not really letting me switch to him. I'm going to look through the database at the end of the Let's Play so that I can be absolutely sure we're not going over characters and things we haven't seen yet or have already seen. Alright, so with that in mind, oh, there's the one with the kids. I've already gotten it. I'm stupid. Well, I guess that should conclude this episode. Next one, we will be clearing out the burrow of Lambeth. And after that, I think we'll do Jacob's missions. But until that day comes, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I gave you something to think about and otherwise entertained you. Take care.